Hi guys, Showcase Steve here, and today I wanted to go over my Fab 5 of EDC pocket knives. These 5 knives that I chose out of my collection are very popular knives, and they are very well respected and praised, and definitely the cool popular kids on the block. And without further ado, the first one here is the uber popular, probably the quintessential EDC pocket knife in the mid-high end range, and that is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And this knife deserves all the praise it gets. I can't say enough. This was one of my first knives I ever purchased, and I've never looked back since. Just the weight of it, it's very light, and ergonomically it's just very well balanced. I have very medium-sized hands, and as you can see, it just fits so sound like a glove. You know, it's an excellent slicer. It's an S30V blade. The shape of it, the drop point of it, it's just, you know, works in all kinds of conditions. Hard use, outdoor use, held up just fine. Blade held up. Never had to sharpen this bad boy yet. It also looks like a chef's knife. You could kind of pinch it right here on the spidey hole and cut up some carrots or onions or whatever. It's a great, if you're a chef, it'd be a great little backup knife just in case. I don't know, I would carry it. I'm not a chef, but I've cooked with it before, and the compression lock is, you could just open it and close it with one hand. If you choose to use a spidey hole, you may, and it just snaps, crackles, and pops. Great knife, well deserved. Next, Kershaw Leek. This is the Blackwash edition, and I chose this for one of the Fab Fives here because it is just a perfect gentleman's knife. It's very sleek, it's very small, compact. You could wear it with jeans, with shorts, with swim trunks. I don't know why you need it with swim trunks, but you can. It'll fit in a suit, slacks, dressy, whatever. You could take it with you anywhere. This is the Blackwash edition, and this is also the D2 blade composite, which I really like. And look at the action on this, just butter lightning quick. I really like the action. I like the blade shape. It's almost just like a razor blade like. They call it the Leek, and Ken Onion designed. I don't know if you can see the D2 composite, but there's like some waviness in there. I don't think you can see it from here, but yeah, I love the Blackwash, and it's just a perfect knife to complete your collection, just for all situations. You could go to church with this knife. No one will blink an eye. No one will bat an eye. So, yep, that's the Kershaw Leek. Next up, another Kershaw, and this is one of my first loves as well, and this is the Kershaw Blur. And there's a strong fan base with these blurs, many collectors, and with good reason. They made very good examples, many different kinds, blades, colors, handles. This one is the upgraded blade. It's the S30V, and look at that deployment, assisted opening. And it's just lightning quick as well, and the snap and clap that it makes from the lock, oh, it's just very satisfying, to say the least. I really like the shape of this. The blade is a recurved blade, but it just looks like a great hunter's knife. I take this knife when I go fishing a lot. I use it to cut bait, cut lines, fillet clean fish. I've cut up some sashimi on the boats many a times. I shucked oysters with this, and you could see that it's got that stonewash blade, and I really love it. It just gives it a nice little distinct look to it, and yeah, it's just a beautiful little workhorse. When it comes to value for the knife, I think this is one of the best value knives you could purchase. This one, they normally run $45 for the Sandic blade. This one is the S30, like I said, and it costs you about $65. Well worth that extra 20 bucks in my opinion. So Kershaw, another one, Kershaw Blur, beautiful. Next up is, now if I had to pick one knife out of my entire collection, and only one knife, this will be it. And that's saying a lot, but this knife, I've really grown to love it. It was love at first sight, and I've loved it ever since. I've had it for about 2.5 years now. This is the Zero Tolerance 0566 Rick Kinder design in the black wash. And first and foremost, I seen a lot of these with a solid black clip. So I kind of was like, oh, it'd be nice if they had a matching black wash clip. And to my surprise, pleasantly surprised, I was sent one with a black wash clip. So I'm very happy about that. I think it just kind of flows very well with the knife. And this knife, if I were to compare it to a car, I'd say I compare it as a Lamborghini. It's just overbuilt, well designed, just quality materials. It just feels solid and luxurious in your hand. It looks luxurious, and look at this deployment. Ooh, the clack of the lock is just, it just sounds very ergonomically. I would argue that it's more comfortable than the Paramilitary 2. Actually, it is more comfortable for me. It fits perfectly. If you thought the Paramilitary fits well, this thing fits better just in your hand. It just feels right. It's great. If you need it, it looks very tactical, but at the same time, it just looks very classical as well. And you got the G10 scale on the front. And in the back, you got this open stainless steel black wash with the black wash blade. And oh man, it's just a beautiful little black on black blackout knife. Elmax steel. It's a very high-end steel and holds its edge. I've had it for 2.5 years or so and never had to sharpen it once. Still as sharp as the day I got it when I opened it. And last, but definitely not least, is the famous, infamous celebrity Benchmade 941 Osborne, and this is the carbon fiber edition. And as you can see, it is just, the carbon fiber is beautiful on this. The first thing I have to mention is just how light it is. If weight is a big factor for you, but you want something that's pretty high-end knife, this is a perfect knife for you. It's 2.4 ounces, which is feather light. For comparison, the Zero Tolerance 566, this one weighs I think 5.4 ounces. So that's over twice the weight of this. This is it. Literally disappears in your pocket. You can't even feel it. You don't even know it's there. My first complaint about this was the Benchmade clip. This is a deep carry clip that Benchmade sent me, and Benchmade, their customer service, I've dealt with them twice, and every time it's just been nothing short of exceptional. And basically, you could go on their website, go, hey, I have this 941 or whatever knife from Benchmade, and I really like a deep carry clip. Could you please send it to me? You ask them nicely enough. 5 days later, this will show up in your mail. So I really highly recommend the deep carry clip on it. It really just, in your pants, it looks like a pen. It looks like there's a pen inside, and it feels like a pen. That's how light it is. I gotta say the steel is beautiful. It's a S90V steel, and that's a very high-end steel as well. And this one as well, it came razor sharp from the factory, and I've had it for 6 months. Put it through some pretty hard use, and it looks brand new. It still performs like it's brand new. This one also has a sand wash finish, which is beautiful, and you really can't tell. It just doesn't show any marks of use. This carbon fiber has held up very, very well. I've dropped it several times, and there isn't even a scratch. It looks brand new. Look at that. So I highly recommend this knife. The only thing, and it's a big thing, but when you talk about value for a knife, you gotta think like, okay, this knife cost just shy of $300. Now, $300 for a knife for many people does not make sense. Oh, it's a knife. A knife is a knife is a knife. Why do you need to spend that much money on a knife? And you don't. And do I think it's worth $300? No, absolutely not. However, did I ever think about returning this knife for 1 second? No, never thought about it. Knew I had to have it, and the more I used it each day, each week, each month, as it passed by, as I carried it, as I used it, I began to appreciate just how great it is. I would like to see it more. I think I would have felt just really good about it at like $180, $200, but you know, it is what it is. You know, you pay for the design, you pay for the brand name, you pay for customer service, and you know, everything's in the eye of the beholder. But I'm not sending this back. I'm gonna keep this for as long as as long as I collect knives, and yeah. It's got the access lock. You could open it just with the access lock. Snap it open, snap it close. You know, the thumb works well too, the thumb studs. It's solidly built. It feels super light. You know, the lightness kind of throws you off a little bit, I must say. In the beginning, you kind of go like, huh, it feels kind of cheap because it's so light. But you get used to it and you kind of begin to appreciate just how well designed it is. You know, it's open back, carbon fiber, and just the little details of it. It's really well made. And everything is right here though. The pivot, the access lock, the blade, you know, that's where all the magic happens. So, alright, well, that's my review. Hope it kind of swayed or dissuaded you guys if you guys were looking into these knives, any of them. If you have any questions, just feel free to comment or let me know, and I'll be happy to go over any more details that or any questions that you have. So this